Hey everybody, so I wanted to go ahead and take an early look at comic book orders. The FOC orders due July 30th, 2023. That's going to be next Monday for basically everything except, as always, Lunar is going to be due by Sunday. I did want to, it is pretty early, but I did want to at least get some of this stuff out, get on your radar so you know what to look for. So it's going to be a little bit of a less formal type video, and some of the art's not out, and maybe the list isn't complete, so I didn't want to do an actual top 10, but I wanted to go over some of the books. So, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, first up, I did want to talk about Daredevil #1. I honestly don't know anything about it, which is kind of crazy because Daredevil's one of my favorite characters, probably one of my top 3. So, I got really into it even also with the Chip Zdarsky run. That was phenomenal. But, I wanted to bring this to your attention. There's a #1, but what kind of is crazy is there's a 1/100. But then there's also another 1/100 Frank Miller variant. And I'm pretty sure Frank Miller did a pretty iconic run on Daredevil. So it would be cool to see some of his art on this 1/100. But then there's also a 1/25 Pepe Larraz. And then a foil variant. I'll probably end up getting the foil because I don't want to spend the money that you need to spend to get the ratio. We also don't, as you can see here, there's not information about the story or anything. I'm sure there's a previews, but I haven't gotten the preview recently just because I simply haven't been to the comic book store in a while, and I usually pick them up from there. So alright, let's just keep going. So we have the Fallen Friend #1 second print, which is super annoying. They just killed Kamala Khan, but I wanted you to know there's a second print. But there's already Ms. Marvel New Mutant #1, and I'm wondering if they're doing New Mutant because Marvel, I'm pretty sure, can use the word mutant now. So they're gonna, I wonder if that's why they're doing it. But A is by Sarah Pacelli, and Pacelli did the second print of Ultimate Fallout 4 with Miles Morales, where he's taking the mask off. I'm pretty sure that was Pacelli. So that might be something to keep an eye out for. But also there's a really nice art germ. And so it says New Mutant, right? So she's a mutant, but she has the X outfit on, the X-Men outfit. So I really hope this isn't going to be something where they're going to be called the Mutants as opposed to the X-Men or anything like that. Because we know that it's been thrown out that they're going to change the name of the X-Men, and I really hope they don't. But there's also this kind of homage to I think the Marvel Now Ms. Marvel #1. There's the homage, and then there's this one is an homage to the Dark Phoenix variant, and then there's an action figure variant by John Tyler Christopher, as always, as all of them are. And then there's another homage variant that we don't have the art for yet by Lucas Werneck, so just something to keep an eye on. And then next, I did see this. I don't know if I want to jump in on this. I'm actually because I'm kind of into cards and stuff. I'm sure you've seen me post some stuff on my channel about it. But this is Five Nights at Freddy's Cyber Cell, so 3D cell art. I don't know if it's actual cell art from the games or anything like that, but you can get some rares and stuff like that. So if you're into collecting, those I guess are coming out. It's on Previews World, so I don't know how that works with getting it from your LCS or what have you. So just something to think about. This is actually saying in shops October 25th. So That's kind of crazy. So you have to put in the FOC order now. Orders are due July 31st. So I'm guessing, so I think that's the Tuesday, next Tuesday, and then they're in shops on the 25th. So maybe that's something you just have to specifically ask your LCS for if you're into cards as well. Especially Five Nights at Freddy's, they just got that movie and everything. But next I wanted to talk about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, because we got some cool covers here. We have the 30th anniversary, so there are some pretty cool covers. There's this one is a facsimile, it's the cover C. So it's basically an homage to, or not a homage, but a facsimile of #1. And then this one right here is the photo, like basically from, this is probably the one I would pick up, just from the original show. And then there is an FOC Reveal, which usually ends up being pretty cool. So I'm wondering what it's gonna look like, and I think it would be really cool if it was something with all of them with their masks off, because just like with that last video I posted, you have Rosario Dawson, you can get it signed by her. For Ahsoka, like these, obviously not everyone is still around, unfortunately, but for those who are, if you can get their signatures on something with their faces, that's generally worth a little more than something like with a mask on or something like that. So let's move on. I got a few Lunar books here that I was taking a look at, and of course it's gonna look. So we got Penguin #1 coming out. It's Tom King and Rafael de la Torre. So if you're into the Penguin, it basically, I think people thought Penguin died, and it has to do with some of the Batman run. I think it was 125 through 127. So if you're into Penguin, that's something you can check out. But right here is one I wanted to point out. It is a Detective Comics 58 Facsimile Edition. So if you're into Penguin for the last one, you're going to want to pay attention to this one, because this is the first appearance of Penguin in a Facsimile Edition. Something you might want to pick up. It's original 1941 edition. And I probably will pick this one up simply because it's just such an old book. Like 1941. How far? I mean, we're less than 20 years away from that being 100 years ago. So that's, I mean, I know it's a facsimile, but still, it's of a really old book, and I just think that'd be awesome to have for, I don't know, $7 is kind of steep. It's almost twice as much as I'd want to pay for it, though. Last one from Lunar. It says, "Who is Meta Woman?" At first was unsure if it was her first appearance or if it was her origin or anything like that. So when it says "who is," it could be the origin, but it says "Enter Meta Woman," so I'm guessing this is gonna be her first appearance. And we only have, I think, like 3 books left that I saw that were interesting, and it's Wolverine number 36. So it's Helverine. So it looks like it's a mix of Wolverine and Ghost Rider, maybe, and looks really freaking cool. I mean, just I'll just let you take a look at this for a sec. That, like, just with the adamantium, and I mean, could you imagine just like Wolverine's claws on fire, like molten fire like that? Not just heated up or anything, but molten fire, and it just ablaze. That'd be insane and terrifying. And then there is a George Perez variant, which I would be really interested in taking a look at. I just love some George Perez. So yeah. Alright, so this is my second to last book, and it is Deadpool Batter Blood number 3, because it looks like it is the first appearance of Venompool. So, welcome to Killville. Deadpool experience. Who is Arcada? So that could be a new first appearance as well, Arcada. So this might be a double whammy, Venompool and Arcada. That'd be really cool if Venompool ended up being in the Death of the Venomverse, and then you have a little crossover there. So anyway, just something to take a look at. And my last one is Star Wars Mandalorian Season 2 number 3, because it is the first appearance of Bo-Katan in comic books. I'm not sure about Casca Reeves. I think so, but I'm not sure. And then I'm pretty sure this is also the first appearance of Axe Woves. So anyway, but I want to show that there is also a concept art variant, which I think could be so cool. And so that's the number one that I'm trying to keep my eye on, is this one, what this art looks like when it comes out. So I'll be checking periodically, and if I see something, I'll probably post a short about it. So make sure you are subscribed so that you can check out that short. And I'm not going to do your typical outro. That's just my list taking a look at it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And don't forget, as always, I do have my PayPal and my Venmo in the description of the video if you want to support the channel. And if you leave a message, I will go ahead and read it in my next video. Alright, thanks again for checking it out. Take care of yourselves, and until the next one, bye.